Hi everybody, this is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. So I apologize for yesterday's video, kind of cutting it short and not really getting into the details of the deeper explanation about what is kind of taking place here. And so I'm going to do my best in explaining that to you today. What I like to do is, of course, whenever I have greater understanding, is not only fill you in on what is taking place astrologically, whenever I am blessed into understanding that, because I don't have the deeper sense of astrology like some people have a great gift that they can just read and create charts. I don't have that. I am given information from source, and then I have to put the pieces of the puzzle together and make a greater understanding astrologically. And then I have actually been blessed to receive information about how it works internally, how things are working internally. And I think when you can find greater understanding about how the planets, the sun, the stars, all that great stuff is moving and functioning within you, you can find greater understanding, meaning, and purpose in your life. All right. So this full moon in Aquarius, and this is not particularly about the full moon in general. This is about Aquarius. And therefore, I'm going to talk about Aquarius. I'm going to talk about, I've already mentioned Saturn being the god of time in several videos. So you have that information. I do have a video that talks about Uranus in retrograde, that is, but still information that pertains to Uranus in that other video that I posted previously a few days ago. So please go and check that out. So I'll be talking about Aquarius, I'm talking about Virgo here. And for the most part, these two things, and how it is functioning within the human body. Now, I think we all can agree that the ocean is the greatest body of water in this reality, meaning that it holds the greatest amount. And because the ocean is so vast and magnificent and forceful, there's plenty of it. It is continuously flowing. I've mentioned in something within the 12 cell salts, I'm not sure what that video is called, but when we combine the 12 cell salts within our body, because we have accumulated all 12 cell salts, it mixes with water. Therefore, we have a mixture of salt water that becomes like the ocean, which continuously flows within you, living waters. In order to have living waters, you have to have and maintain a continuous flow of water, salt water. This specifically is the mixture of your spinal fluid, your brain fluid, and the 12 cell salts. Aquarius is the water bearer. In some other terms, the water carrier, bringing water. In terms of the brain, the CSF. Think of it in terms of the CSF. Water that continuously flows now gives you information. And because we have Uranus here that's involved still, Uranus is oftentimes compared to a lightning bolt, electricity, and even fire. When you have continuous flow of water, and let's also not forget that Aquarius brings knowledge. But you can't have knowledge, this is divine knowledge, within an individual who does not have full functioning of the CSF. Because then that means that that individual is still living within a negative base lifestyle. When you have the CSF, and please bear with me throughout this video, CSF that is fully flowing brings firing electric charges or lightning-like sensations of the neurons that are speaking to the brain. Now, when it comes to the Virgin Mary, or excuse me, Virgo, you have the Paya matter. And here is in John 4:14, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give shall never thirst, but the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. So that is the cerebral spinal fluid. That is the ocean-like, the salt water that is continuously flowing within, that I've already mentioned. The Paya matter is, in Latin, means tender mother. The tender mother. The person that we have heard about in the Bible that birthed Jesus Christ. The Paya matter literally births the cerebral spinal fluid. It is the living water in which DMT travels. And you will have different aspects of the Paya matter. There is the Dura matter, which translates to tough mother. You have to be tough. In order for a mother to go through what she had to go through, this is, I'm talking about Virgin Mary, what she had to go through to bear Jesus Christ, being a virgin, she had to be very tough. And then you have the arachnoid matter, which translates to spider mother. Now this, I'm not sure if you have followed me for an enormous amount of time here on YouTube, but I've mentioned that I have had a fear of spiders come out of nowhere sometime after my auto accident. And this is why. If you have a fear of something in this reality, it is oftentimes a connection to what you should actually be doing spiritually. So a lot of people are terrified and just hate and detest snakes. One, of course, the Bible teaches us that the serpent is the devil. So, but the spider in itself is the reason why I have, and therefore the arachnoid matter. It is that webbing-like film that receives information inside of your brain. Inside of your brain. So an individual who lives within a negative type lifestyle, negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative expressions, negative actions, you are submerged in troubled waters. Your spinal fluid and your brain fluid is not functioning to its fullest. You are not receiving divine information. You are severely disconnected. And, of course, the person who finally finds themselves in a state of peace is living within the living waters that is mentioned. And you are in peace, you are in harmony, you are in connection with divine source. The water or the CSF can dissolve unhelpful and negative memories or thought patterns. So this is what I wanted to give to you today. But, let me talk about Mary anyway. Mary was a virgin. Mentioned that she was a virgin. And to come back to your virgin state means to become whole, pure, unified. It is the person who has completed the great work, who is now transformed into their higher self, received their light body, activated their light body, and is in full connection with Source. So I really hope this video helps you today in giving you just a little bit deeper information in regarding to how everything really works. And keep in mind that as this process is going through you, depending on whatever stage you are at, you might not feel very well, or you might feel on top of the world. Don't compare journeys, and don't think you're not doing the great work, because of course that is a negative thought, which leads to a negative emotion, which keeps you faithless and hopeless. Stay within faith, stay within hope, stay within trust, stay within love, and have patience on your journey. Everything is working out the way that it is supposed to, and you will have everything in its divine timing. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.